All the circuit queens, I was like, you'll do every drug in the alphabet, but you won't eat flour. It's like, got it.
Monét Talks. Everybody come sit down, let's have a chat. Monét Talks. Living life gossip, chop it up, this or that. Monét Talks. Get comfortable with me, cause you on the show. We just wanna know where you been, who you been with. Monét Talks.
As an openly gay Asian actor in Hollywood, he's broken barriers, played the roles others couldn't, and made space where none existed. He's a comedian, a father, a trailblazer, and the kind of artist who can make you laugh until you cry and cry till you laugh. But tonight we ask the real questions. Is he a cultural icon or RuPaul's favorite guest judge?
Wow. I was just admiring the size of these microphones. Could they be any bigger? They're like size queen mic.
They are size queen mics. I was like, we can have regular mics, but I want big.
No, I want an even bigger one. I want like a like a Q-tip, the size of like.
Every time I do an episode, I'm just manifesting. You know what I mean? That in the world, I'll encounter this.
I think it's best. Now, speaking of manifesting, how don't you feel like your insides are outside? Like everything is just happening for you around you?
You know, I don't necessarily feel it that way. I am very grateful and happy for the things that are happening. But I think that as artists, I feel we always have this like vision of like something like else that you are hoping for.
Or missing out on. Yeah.
So I'm trying to be better at like just letting the things that are going to happen.
Good.
And try to just have perspective and be grateful for the things that are happening. Because some people wish, other way.
There's a whole town full of people concentrating on all the things that they don't have right now.
No.
And we're miserable. Just LA is miserable. I tell people Los Angeles is the only place where you can be clinically depressed because you're not on television.
Damn, I know, right?
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong with you? I'm sad. Why? Well, I'm not on TV right now.
Yeah.
It's like, since when did that become a prerequisite for personal happiness? You need to move.
Well, you've been in the industry for how long? For
40 years.
40 years.
Yeah. So when you said like, there's always this thing of like, there's something else that you should be doing.
Yeah.
Or, I found that after 40 years, this is just the gig.
Got it. Okay.
Even the shitty parts, just like the shit gigs that you had to do.
Yes.
And sometimes the shit gigs that you have to do.
Yeah.
It's all part of it.
Yeah.
And there are seasons to everything. And there are great seasons where you get everything you want. And there are bad seasons where you get nothing you want. And your longevity is really going to be based on how you navigate the times where it doesn't go that great for you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Because stand-up comics and drag queens, it's kind of the same deal. You start out doing all those gigs for no money.
Literally nothing.
Yeah. Traveling everywhere, all across the country for nothing.
Yeah. Well, last night I did, because I've been doing stand-up now for the past 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah.
Really loving it.
Yeah.
And but because of the success of Drag Race and stuff like that, I think I was a part of the stand-up piece that I missed out on was I was able to do comedy clubs and stuff before having to like be in the streets, like going to like
right.
bars.
Well, you kind of had a name for you already.
Yeah.
It kind of like was existing. So when you're first starting out, but in the 80s, where it was like so hostile towards queer people,
really,
people of color.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah,
like abusive by the other like hosts or like the audience.
The audience, everything. It wasn't safe for us.
Right.
It was a very homophobic time. It was the time of AIDS, and so it was just fag AIDS jokes all the time.
All the time.
And so we had to build an outside circle for ourselves, a safe space for us queer performers to perform. And so all the drag people, all the comic people were part of the downtown scene and the East Village scene
in New York.
Yeah. And like we'd do stand up in the theater district.
And
all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Tell Mama and the Duplex and now it's like gay comics can go anywhere practically. They say, and I've been traveling across the country and I'm wondering how you feel too. Like the audiences they're really happy to see you.
Oh yeah, I think so.
They're kind of like interested in gay stuff, but they don't want to hear Trump. They don't want to hear the name.
Yeah.
They get real sensitive about that.
They do. Especially when they go to places like, I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and places. So, but I mean, again, I'm not changing my material, but I think sometimes I will like tweak little things in a joke because I'm like, you know what? They don't want to hear about that, and I don't want to like turn it around that way. So I'll like, just flip different bits of it.
I'm here to earn my check and make people laugh.
And that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, something I want to ask you about because it's something that you were great about, and I'm wondering what happened for you is you're pretty like you talk about it on a stage, like you talk about like sex and stuff on stage. Like when was that turn? Because I got the advice from a friend who was saying like sometimes you like don't make your material too dirty because if you're like trying to pitch for like if you want to get a special and put it on certain places, you got to be really mindful of the kind of content that's in your thing. So if there's everything is like fuck, sucking dick, and assholes and blah blah blah, that might be a deterrent. And I'm like, is
that what you think my act is?
No. I'm saying, but just talking about like sex in any way. You like talk about like curtains and like be more like housewife friendly.
Listen, me talking about sex was deliberate and it was political because I felt like in the 80s and the 90s, gay Asian men, particularly effeminate gay Asian men, were left out of the sexual conversation. It was kind of like, and I also came up in a time where I would see personal ads that would say like no fats, femmes, or Asians.
Like legit, like putting it in an ad.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I've seen this side of both coins. I've experienced homophobia from the outside community and from the inside community. But as far as me, when I was first starting out, it was really important for me in gay spaces to talk about being a gay Asian person having sex because we weren't part of the conversation.
Right.
It's like people aren't just going to the Philippines for the spicy food. You went.
I did. I performed in Manila in the Philippines, and I had let me tell you something. They fucking loved us.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like we went out on that stage. Like, I think it was in Manila and in Taiwan that when like they were literally like rocking our bus, and I was like. Oh my God, we're like rock stars.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, what? It was incredible. I loved Manila. I want to go back.
Yeah. I'm going in February.
How often do you go back?
I have a crazy rich aunt that I haven't seen in a billion years. And she's getting to that age where I want to see her before she goes. So I want to see her. So I'm going in February.
Work, bitch.
Yeah. So did you get to visit the other islands or you just went to Manila?
No, just Manila. Because we're on a tour. So we only had like 2 days there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think we flew in, had a date or whatever. Show and left the next morning.
And you got to see the drag in the Philippines.
We went to Obar.
Yeah. They're not playing.
Next level.
Yeah. I
don't think people understand how incredibly talented these bitches in Manila are. Because I can only speak to Manila. But they are on these, like, flying across the bar, doing these crazy, like, huge group numbers.
They will set themselves on fire on stage.
It's intense.
Yeah, they will self-immolate to make sure that you're entertained. But it's because the pageant culture in the Philippines is so huge.
Yeah.
The Miss Universe, Miss World, all that stuff is kind of like a Cinderella story. If you grow up poor in the Philippines, a beauty pageant is like a way out of poverty.
Yeah.
So it's like it goes beyond just a beauty pageant. It becomes an aspirational dream of economic advancement and kind of entering the
I love
world
it.
of celebrity.
When you go back, do you go with the husband and the kid?
Yeah. My kid is living in Newport. He's all grown and gone. I have a grown black son.
Wait, how old is your son?
20 years old.
Is he really?
Yeah.
God, I thought he was maybe like 16, 15.
No, I wish. That was years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you and your husband adopted a son.
Yeah, we adopted our son when he was 5 he was our foster care kid. And then I was like, I'm going to jail. I'm not going to give this kid back. Yeah.
And you've also been a big advocate of talking about like adopting transracially.
Yeah. Adopting transracially. And I always said that my husband and I were brainwashed by lesbians because I was hired by Rosie to go on one of those cruises with the families. And we went to all the adoption seminars and they said, one of the adoption seminars, they said the most popular placement is a Caucasian baby girl.
Really? Okay, so the most popular, they're like, little white girls, we want you.
And I said, I got nothing against little white girls. I've been one my entire life. And they said, the hardest to place is any kid over the age of 3
Wow.
a kid of color, or a boy over the age of 3.
Wow.
And so we said over the age of 3, a boy, any race from 3 to 5, and we got a 5-year-old.
Wow.
Came to live with us. And I can't, when I saw him, when you're 5, you're still a baby.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a baby, but I saw this kid and he was sitting between 2 trash bags, and one had all of his clothes and one had all of his toys. And I was like, no, this is done. We're done. Nobody should be like this. And so we got him into the car and I said, where do you want to have dinner? And he said, Chuck E. Cheese. And I said, absolutely not. We are not spending our first night together as a family at Chuck E. Cheese. I became like a parent immediately. Yeah.
I love
and as a gay guy, I was like, perfect to be a parent because I'm not interested in anybody liking me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can say no. You can hate me. It's like, fine, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And then, okay, wait, I want to play a little...
Kids are horrible. Don't have them.
You know what? Here's the thing. So the boyfriend and I, oh my God, fiance and I got engaged.
Fiance?
I know, it sounds so weird to say.
You're a fiance?
I'm fiance, honey. I'm betrothed.
Big wedding, small wedding, intimate wedding, destination wedding.
Not destination, because I think just destination weddings are selfish. Especially if you have friends who can afford it. Like
that's the point of it. It's hostile. So
no.
only your friends with money can go.
I know that, but then do I sacrifice on gifts? Because if people are traveling for a destination,
right?
I'm not getting as good as a gift because they're paying for hotel accommodation.
That's why I got married. I was told that there would be gifts.
And were they good gifts?
They were great gifts.
That's what I want.
We registered it, Crate and Barrel, and Yeah.
I want to be bougie and register Crate and Barrel, like Williams Sonoma.
Do it. You do it.
Yeah,
Get all your kitchen stuff.
I don't think I have that many rich friends. Girl, I don't think it's going to be.
You got to start hanging out with people who aren't drag queens.
Exactly.
And aren't snatching dollars for a living.
Alaska's going to show up with some lipstick. I was like, girl, where are the pots and pans, girl? But now we are talking about possibly having children. And I waver back and forth too much. I'm like, that's not fair. If you have a kid, you have to be someone like, I want a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I
wavering.
I dropped out of the business for almost 10 years. I mean, I was working. I was still doing television and still doing stand-up, but I couldn't go on the road as much.
Right.
Because the kid needed me. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I would seriously but what made it work was I had a house. I'd had a series. I had a couple series, so I was kind of established.
A couple series.
Yeah. I'd been working, so it was
because your first big one was Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty, and before that was Half and Half.
Half and Half, right?
Yeah.
Because I think you were in the Guinness Book. You were the first openly gay Asian male.
It was the first gay Asian series regular character that they ever wrote.
Half and Half.
For Half and Half, and before that was for Some of My Best Friends. That was the first one that went to air on CBS, and then that flopped. And then Yvette Lee Bowser, who wrote Different World,
and she also did Least Living Single.
Exactly, wrote this part for me. As Rachel True's
secretary. She's for the girls.
Yeah.
Yvette Lee Bowser. Okay, good to know. Because when I hear about old, in the 90s stuff, I'm like, how many of these people were for people of color, but not these people of color? So it's nice to know that she wrote a part for you.
Yeah. It was a different time.
Yeah.
And, I think around the aughts, we started becoming part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And then Ugly Betty came out in 2006, 2007. That was the first diverse program.
Yeah.
We were kind of post George W. Obama era.
Got it.
Yeah. So it was the start of diversity. And then RuPaul came out in 2008.
Yes, 2008. And I think that you're one of the more iconic Drag Race judges. I can't believe there was a world that RuPaul... Were you and Ru friends from...
Yeah, we knew each other in New York.
In New York.
Because we were nightlife people. I was on Broadway and he was running around downtown and stuff. So we knew all of the... it was pre-internet.
Yeah.
So we would look in the Village Voice to see our pictures and stuff.
Voice.
And
those red things with the Village Voice inside. Yeah.
Yeah. It was old school.
So to me, it's crazy in the world that RuPaul got Santino Rice as a main judge before you. I'm like... Why not Alec? It's no shade to Santino. I'm not throwing shade at Santino. I'm like, it just seemed like because every time you've been on as a guest judge, you have just such good commentary. You're so good. I'm like, I can't believe Ru passed that up back when the show was still.
There's still time to change your mind.
This is true. Okay, I want to do a quick rapid fire with you.
Okay, quick rapid fire.
Okay.
Monét Talks.
You gotta love a shameless, sneaky promo, because that's exactly what this is. A shameless, sneaky promo for my High Heels Bad Knees comedy tour. Y'all, this spring and summer, I'm coming at you hard with my brand new full hour of original stand-up comedy material. I'm telling you right now, this is the funniest I have ever been on stage, okay? This show is wild. It's filthy. It's unhinged. It's inspirational. And it's aspirational if you're nasty, okay? I'm telling stories about birthing babies, about aging disgracefully, and about abolishing the TSA. Can I get an amen? I'm even telling the story about a certain queen who gave a blowjob for an hour and 20 minutes. And that story is not even comedy. That's just community service. So grab your heels, grab your Metamucil, and grab your icy hot, because Monét is coming to town and my knees are barely making it, baby. Go to MonéXChange.com to get your tickets, and I can't wait to see you all there. Bye.
Monét Talks.
You gotta be quick with these, Alec.
Okay. All right. Quick.
Grindr meeting or PTA meeting?
PTA meeting.
Ugly Betty or RuPaul's Drag Race?
Ugly Betty, because I got to fly first class everywhere. I like the Sunday that they give you in first class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being Asian in Hollywood or gay in Hollywood?
Oh, God. Oh. Being gay, because you get invited everywhere.
Win an Emmy or be in a Marvel movie?
Win an Emmy.
Mm-hmm. Backstreet or NSYNC?
Oh, Backstreet.
Backstreet?
Yeah.
Security?
Well, I always used to make fun of Justin Timberlake with that ramen noodle hair, that ramen noodle perm that he had.
It was giving
tearing up my heart. And he'd be in the bed in the video in a tank top, and I'd be like, "You're a Musketeer. This makes me uncomfortable."
But going back to the early '90s, Whitney or Christina?
Christina.
Daddy or Zaddy?
Daddy.
Will and Grace or Grace and Frankie?
Grace and Frankie.
I've never seen.
Grace and Frankie?
I've never seen Grace and Frankie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Grace and Frankie because I'm friends with Lily, and I'm bitter about Will and Grace because I was never on.
Again, another like prominent gay show, not having you on there seems like.
Yeah, it wasn't a place for the Filipinos.
Oh, got it.
Well, no, I don't mean anything by that.
No,
I just never wrote anything.
I know. I'm just being a messy bitch.
Just being shitty for no reason.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, great job.
That was it?
That was it.
Oh, okay. Phew. Yeah. I thought there was going to be math questions or something.
So obviously your IMDb is very extensive, very long. Yeah. Is there a project that you've done, a screen or film that you regret?
Oh, I did a lot of stuff when I was first starting out because I was Asian and I fit the costume. So they were like, Vietnamese science student, Japanese tourist, and so they were like under fives and stuff when I was first starting out, and I was hungry to do anything. And I did this one thing with Jamie Foxx on the Jamie Foxx show. Ooh. Where I played it was like when, he played like an actor who worked at a hotel and wanted to be a star. And I played Ike Yee, who was supposed to be like Spike Lee, the Asian Spike Lee.
Screaming.
And I was like, fine. I'll do it. And I did it with kind of like an Asian accent, like Asian-y accent, action, director, And I was like, okay, this is pushing it just a little bit. I'm going to pull back. This is coming out kind of ching-chongy. And then on the day of, the makeup and hair people had a Fu Manchu mustache.
No way.
And a beard for me.
No way.
And I was like...
No way.
I don't know. And they said, well, let's just do it for the dress rehearsal. And we did it for the dress rehearsal, and they filmed a bunch of it. And the producers and the net were here saying, it's fine. It's fine. And I was like, I was just so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you're so new, though.
And it ran. And I kind of felt like, okay, this is out there and people are going to think that this was my choice.
Yeah.
That I was kind of like aiding and abetting. But then I kind of watched it and it was so over the top and so stupid that I was kind of like, okay, if you really take this seriously.
Then I mean, I think back in.
I get why you'd be upset about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was so Carol Burnett, over the top.
Yeah.
Goofy. But part of me was like, watching it and going,
yeah. I mean, again, but to your point, though, it was like that era was so over the top. It's so grossly camp.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, all the changes that I've seen in the past 40 years. There's a Filipino chorus person in every single Broadway show right now.
Work.
Because they can work 8 shows a week. They all know how to sing and dance.
I mean...
And back in the day, it was just me and Lea Salonga.
Can you please speak to that? Wow.
Yeah.
The Filipinos have mastered the art of singing in like...
Yeah.
Like, how? Why? Like,
they're island people.
The culture can sing.
Except me. Like, yeah.
You don't sing at all.
I said I have all the other Filipino genes that kind of make me short, lactose intolerant, and cheap. I can't sing, pay retail, and most urinals hit me on the chin. They can all sing. It's an island thing, I guess. Wow. Yeah, like every single rock band in Hong Kong and Dubai and every hotel band, they all have Filipino singers.
Oh, my girl, yeah. I went to a wedding, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. And the 3 lead singers were all Filipino folks.
Yeah.
We were living. I was like, am I at a Beyonce concert?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, I feel like she's
it's like they won't just sing a Celine Dion song. They'll sing a Celine Dion song like Celine Dion.
Like all the choices, all these. I'm like, girl,
this will be like a 12-year-old boy on a talk show. Yeah.
It's insane. It's very fierce. I'm like, there must be like some type of, there's something in the water over there, girl.
I guess so.
You know what I mean? One of my favorite singers, she's Black and Filipino, her. HER, she's
her.
I mean,
so cute.
The voice.
Yeah.
The voice.
Yeah.
Is there a stage that made you a comedian?
Yeah. In Don't Tell Mama on 46th Street. I could go there every week and do whatever and be as gay as I want and be as out as I want and nobody cared. Just kind of like, and I couldn't do that in like, the Improv or Catch a Rising Star or, New York Comedy Cellar. It was just a different time.
Yeah. Joy Behar talks about that. She talks about Don't Tell Mama a lot too.
Yeah. Judy Gold used to go out and never do any stuff about her being a lesbian.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was
like Mario Cantone would go out and do stuff about growing up in New York City and being an Italian, and just, it was weird.
How do you feel about, because I personally think the tide is turning a little bit. Like, what's your whole take on PC comedy and PC culture and how it's affecting comedy?
People like being made fun of everywhere. I think that they just don't like being made to feel like I said, it's like everybody's fine as long as you don't say the T word.
Yeah.
The feeling that I got, like I filmed a Christmas movie in Austin, Texas this summer, and I was staying at a White Lotus type resort.
Ooh.
I was the only brunette in the hotel. I think I was the only Filipino they've ever seen outside of a hospital. And it was very sexually segregated. Like all the white women were there with all the kids and all the straight men were gone. They're out playing golf or football or tennis or whatever they're doing. But they're just like, all the men were in one place. And the rich white woman, the subjective feeling was, nobody likes us.
Interesting.
I'm sad because nobody likes us. And I was like, well, can't do anything about that. Well, you're on the road. You know I feel like people really need to laugh right now. And especially queer people right now need to be cheered up. Yeah. And the way I do it is by reminding them that it's never been easy for us. I don't know a universe where it's been easy for a queer person of color.
Right.
It's like things have gotten better.
Yeah.
And things have gotten better for trans people. But we are like, I'm more used to this. I'm more used to the government hating us and saying, we hate you.
Yeah.
And because...
Valid point.
Because like in the 80s, they did. And they cut off research to AIDS research. There were pills and there were drug trials that we didn't have access to as Americans. And we had to protest for that stuff through ACT UP and everything. And so we had a clear idea of where we stood with people all the time. It's like, okay, you're all fag haters and you hate us.
Yeah.
And I feel like this generation was just raised by them. And it's like a whole new generation of people. So I kind of feel like I'm still in the trenches, kind of like I know what to do. I know how to outlive this. I know how to outrun this. I know how to live with this. It's kind of like there are survival techniques that we have as queer people that we need to kind of remind ourselves that we have.
Yeah.
Because this fight that's going on, it's above our heads right now.
Hello?
It's rich white people versus rich white people. And we're just kind of going, it's just another day for us.
Literally.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Literally. Yeah. I feel that. Well, I think that also speaks to your tenacity because, I mean, you've been in the industry for so long and you know how to navigate it. And something that pops in my brain is I remember seeing the headlines of it when you were diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
You did not tell anyone. And you just went on about like
I went around the world on a tour.
That's crazy, girl. Someone to say that, I'm like, how is that possible? Like, how are you allowing your body to do that?
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and they said your procedure's in 3 months, so you can work for 3 months.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not going to sit around here. And it was during the writer's strike. You know, I still had to keep the lights on.
Yeah. Yes, you had to just...
So I did all those dates. I did 3 months of dates knowing I had cancer. And it was the best thing for me because it got me out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you're up there on stage and the mic is in your hand, you can't be anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, you're running that show. You're the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I like about stand-up because I'm a control freak. You know, it's like there's this whole big part of my life that was out of control, and this was the one part of my life that I could control. And then I came back, and then I had the procedure done. I had it taken out, and my prostate's taken out. I'm prostate-free.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't use mine anyway. So
you don't use yours?
No, I should just get rid of it.
That's like having a great bike in the garage that you never use. The prostate is every gay man's gift for having a terrible childhood. I said, why are you taking my prostate? What did it ever do to anybody except make me the happiest woman on earth? You know. But I've been cancer-free about a year and a half.
Congratulations, babe. Congratulations.
But it made me feel like it did. Surviving cancer makes me feel like, what am I worried about?
Yeah. If I can fucking get through that.
It's kind of like, everybody just calm down. It's terrible, yes, but it's not forever.
Yeah. Would you ever play a straight role?
Sure.
If you were asked to.
Yeah. I played on Ugly Betty. I played a fashion reporter who was straight in real life, who was posing as gay.
Right.
Yeah. They found out at his home that he was straight.
He was straight. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. Okay, I want to play one more game.
One more game.
This one is called Punchline Pride.
Punchline Pride.
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you read me punchlines?
I'm gonna read you a line with a blank, and you fill in the blank with the funniest take or one line, whatever you think of. Very Mad Libs.
Okay.
All gay men love blank, but won't admit it.
Bread.
Oh my God. I was literally talking to my boyfriend about that. I was like, oh my God, I love bread so much, but I'm on this new workout thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not trying to train myself to that I don't like bread, but bread is just so, I like bread. I like getting bread. I like all of it.
All the circuit queens. I was like, you'll do every drug in the alphabet, but you won't eat flour. It's like, got it.
The secret to a successful gay marriage is?
The ability to apologize immediately.
Oh my God, girl. I am trying to learn that.
I'm a monster.
I tried to learn that.
Yeah.
I tried to learn that. But sometimes I'm like, why am I saying sorry? I'm not sorry.
But sometimes you said something terrible to me.
But sometimes just the other person hearing that is I'm like, you know what? If that's what you need to hear so we can move on, I'll say it.
Sorry really means I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that I hurt your feelings and I hear you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm not ready to apologize right away ever. But the secret to a 23-year marriage is apologizing.
23 years.
Because you see the worst of each other.
Hello?
You see the absolute worst of each other. And having a partner, they're supposed to emotionally trigger you so you can be healed of your past.
They're supposed to?
Yeah.
Trigger you? Oh, he's supposed to be doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it now.
Yeah, so now it makes sense, right?
It makes sense.
People really don't understand what marriage is for in the big picture.
The gay agenda isn't real unless you count
brunch.
I've not been to a good brunch in so long.
Yeah. Brunch was invented for day drinking.
Right.
Yeah, it was just really meant to, that's all it's for.
Well, I think, I am in my mid-30s now, and I'm starting to see how my body is maybe acting to alcohol a little bit.
Yeah, you got to get to sleep a little earlier.
You know?
Yeah, in your 20s, you're like a bumper car. You can like head straight into a building and smash into it and go to work the next day.
Literally.
And then in your 30s, you're like, oh, somebody hit me.
Yeah.
I'm totaled back there.
Girl, the next one I have a neck brace on, I'm like, oh, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Your traction.
my drag name would be?
I had a good one the other day. Isaac Mizrahi's name is Barbara Please.
Barbara Please?
Barbara Please. And my husband's drag name is Leggy P.
Leggy P.
Yeah, and I think I came up with another one, a Filipino one the other day named Liza Manila. I thought would be a good
Liza Manila, that's good.
Yeah,
Liza Manila.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, Pride Month is really just an excuse for...
nudity and glitter. Do you remember when COVID came out and they said, how can you catch COVID? They said, think of COVID as like a glitter, like body glitter. If you hug somebody at Pride, then
Baby.
50 other people are going to have it. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay, last one.
Gay superpower unlocked. I would have the ability to blank on command.
I would have the ability to make people have an orgasm on command.
On command.
Or just by touching them.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be nice?
You'll give the world so much joy.
Yeah, just kind of go up to somebody and just kind of like, and just kind of get them to the point of arousal where they're just on the edge. Like within the first 30 seconds of meeting them, and then just kind of like, yeah, it's good to meet you, and like give them an orgasm by shaking their hand.
As they leave you.
Like a joy buzzer. Because I'd want to see who holds it together. You know, some people would be like, and other people would be like, oh!
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Also, make some hookups. Sometimes I hook up with someone, I'm like, oh my God, this is so annoying. If I could just make them just come, it would be great. We can just finish. We can be done with it.
You're on Lexapro and you're never going to come. My jaw's killing me. Yeah.
I do a bit on stage about how I sucked this guy's dick for an hour and 20 minutes. It's not a joke. It is a true story.
And you timed it?
An hour and 20 minutes. I mean, I was watching the minutes go by, girl. I couldn't.
Was your jaw just hanging by a hinge by the end? Just kind of like...
Girl, I was hungry. I was dizzy. I was tired.
You had no suction left.
I had nothing left to give,
You could no longer swallow.
I look like SpongeBob in the sun, just like... just dry.
It shouldn't take an hour and a half to do anything.
He had to have done something that was inhibiting.
Was he on coke?
I don't know what he was on, girl, but whatever it was crazy. What?
90 minutes.
Yeah. What's worse to you, a heckler or a Drag Race fan?
Heckler.
Really? I think Drag Race fans are pretty...
Well, I'm not a drag queen, so I don't have the experience of like a drag race fan.
I mean, but they're pretty critical of the judges too.
Yeah.
Like when a guest comes...
They really go after you the most. I
I
think the Drag Race fandom is... it's weird when it gets racist. It's kind of like...
So you mean all the time?
How can you have a racist tweet about a show that's hosted by a black drag queen? It's like...
It's crazy,
you're missing the point.
They're missing the plot.
Yeah.
They often miss the plot. So wait. I want to go back to this real quick.
Okay.
So you and your husband married 23 years. Mm-hmm. How did y'all meet? When I see couples who've been together for a long time, I'm curious how it started.
I'm not an apps person.
Okay.
I think I fear kind of like, I don't know, it just seems so like, that just happened after my time. Mm-hmm. I met people the old-fashioned way. You used to have to go to a bar, get drunk, and fall on somebody, right? Just kind of... my husband was an intern at the Mark Taper Forum when I was doing a play there.
Mark Taper Forum is a theater company.
Yeah, it's a theater here in Los Angeles. And he was the intern and the directing intern. And we met, and that was it.
Wow.
And we went out on a date, and that was it. And I think one of the first dates, we went to visit his grandma out in Orange County, which was a long drive.
Wait. The first date?
One of our first dates, like the first date, I was like, the sex must have been really good if I'm driving all the way out to Orange County.
To see grandma.
Yeah. And we hardly spoke during the whole drive, and it wasn't weird. It was like, we're just together now.
We're vibing,
yeah. Vibing.
Yeah,
that's
it felt right.
Yeah. I think that's what people need to operate on now, is the vibe in the room and the vibe. I think people are trying too much to like, I gotta make something happen. I gotta check out the vibe. It's kind of like, just allow it. Just kind of walk into the room, take a breath.
I always say, like, I think that when you can just sit in silence with your partner, that's how when you know it's like legit. Like, there does not need to be a bunch of talking. You don't need to like, you can have dead space with your partner. Like, that's great. To me, some of my favorite times when we're just on the couch, I'm doing my own thing on the computer, you're sitting there doing whatever, and we don't say anything for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's great.
Right.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like you need a lot of privacy in a long-term relationship too. Like, you have to give your partner like a private life and friendships and stuff. And you have to have a whole life outside of the relationship.
Hello.
Yeah.
I need people that can talk shit about you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I used to go over here and talk shit about you to these people. Yeah. And I think that's okay. That is healthy. Mm-hmm. Like I meet I have some friends who, bitch, they are like, they are constantly, I'm like, how are y'all existing like this? How people live like this, girl? I can't live like that.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I was listening to a podcast the other day with Kathy Griffin did Chelsea Handler's podcast, and she was talking about everything that happened with her, which I guess I didn't realize how crazy it got.
That she was on a no-fly list and that the government was after her and
the Department of whatever was suing her for an attempt to assassinate the president. I'm like, are we crazy?
We're crazy.
But like she was like, I was so oblivious to, and like with everything with like Jimmy Kimmel, what happened to her, I'm like, they really do come for the comics first. They're like, oh, we have to get the comedians.
Dangerous. Because it's a truth-based art form.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the funniest thing the comic can do is kind of call out the shit that's happening in the room.
Yeah.
As it happens.
Yeah.
And so we come on stage, we talk about our lives and everything. It's a truth-based art form. And also audiences are hardwired to recognize the truth.
Yeah.
So if you come out there and you're like, and you're like unsure, then they're unsure. But if you come out and speak clearly, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because it's free range and it's unpoliced. And it has to be.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be.
And people, I didn't realize this, like when Putin rose to power in the USSR or in Russia, that's who he went for first. He got a whole bunch of comedians off of the thing, and that was able. That was his like.
Then
first
there's nobody talking shit about you anymore.
Yeah,
yeah. But it has to be truthful, and it has to be crazy, and it has to be wrong, and it has to protect even parts of speech you don't agree with in order for it. Because the number one way to make something unfunny is to try to please everybody.
Yeah.
And you could always tell the comic that comes out or the show that comes out that's trying to please everybody. You're like, ugh. And then you'll see something original where they're not trying to please anybody and they're staying true to their own voice. And you're like, that's it.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Yeah, it's usually a drag queen.
Mm-hmm. When I did time last night at a bar Bandini in Silver Lake, and such a good time. And it was just so good just being with a bunch of comics. Because again, like I said before, I never had that. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I never had the community of just comics. And like, I came off the stage and this one comic, she was like, oh, I thought of a good punch up for this. I was like, oh my God, yes. And I was like, oh my God, that's so good. Yeah. I'm adding it to the set. So it's just, so to all the people who are starting comedy out there, don't try, I guess what I'm trying to say is between drag and comedy, what I'm finding out are the parts of it that I cherish the most, or are these like the nitty gritty things. When I was just a local queen in New York, learning how to do hair with these girls and learning how to perform, like that's how I learned how to perform, being amongst community with other queens.
And being up there all the time.
All the time, and just doing it over and over and over again. You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm loving about comedy right
over and over and over again. I think as a performer, it's kind of like blind man's bluff. It's like you go up on stage and like, oh, that didn't work. And then, oh, that flopped big. What was I doing wrong? What was I doing? I wasn't listening. I was speaking too fast. And then I think bombing's really important. Because then you learn the most from bombing. Yeah. And sometimes it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes I did a show up in the Russian River one time. It was all bears, and it was 2:00 in the morning, and they were drunk as fuck, and they weren't going to listen to a show. So I was like, I give up. I just like, give me the check. I'm out of here.
Right?
Yeah.
Girl,
this is a lost cause.
2 years ago, it was the gay Realtors Association, whatever it was. They flew me out to
Palm Springs?
No, to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
It was like Lambda Canoe or something.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
They brought me out there and they were like, we want you to do 20 minutes of time. I was like, sure, great. Girl, I got to the place. First of all, a room, everyone's standing, overhead lighting. And they had been in like sessions all day long from like 9 a.m.
So they're tired.
Yeah, they finally have alcohol. They're eating, drinking.
They don't want to pay any attention to you.
I was sitting there. I felt like I was screaming into a void. I was like 5 minutes in. I was like, you know what? This is what it is.
Give me the check.
I give me the check.
Yeah.
I walked in. I was like, what are we doing here? I was like, who advised y'all to have a stand-up comedian? I should have had a drag queen entertaining and like doing a split and a cartwheel, not trying to tell jokes.
And then it becomes like, seriously, this is my life.
Literally.
This is like...
You're like, oh my God, I chose this.
This is great.
I hope you're happy.
Again, it's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
Price of admission.
Yeah. They're doing this Ugly Betty recap podcast. We just announced it today.
Yes.
And
I'm going to do it with Michael Urie.
Yeah, Michael Urie.
And Becky Newton.
And Becky. I was like, you better have be on the thing because we need to hear the stories,
really
the
fun.
inside tea.
It was really fun. And also, like, Betsy, who did our costumes? It was a woman who did Sex and the City. Pat Field did our costumes for the 3rd and 4th season. So she was pulling stuff off the runway for Vanessa and Judas and Michael and everything. So we would see the clothes. Like, it was incredible.
Fierce. Okay, before we go, I have to let you go really soon. I have one more game I want to do.
All right.
I'm calling it Mappaology.
Mappaology.
You've lived many lives from an actor, a comedian, a judge, jury, executioner, America's Gaysian sweetheart. But how well do you know yourself?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to read some alleged facts about your life and career, and you tell me if it's true or a total lie.
True or false?
Okay. You once guest starred on Friends.
True.
True?
Yes, I played the housekeeper who was sleeping with Chandler's father. On the Thanksgiving episode, I had one line, "More turkey, Mr. Chandler." And people send that to me every Thanksgiving.
What? You played Suzuki Street Pier on Ugly Betty.
Yes, Suzuki St. Pierre. Street Pier, I'll take. It will also a valid answer.
Why you just said Street Pier?
Well, because it's the
I know, but still, I know it's St. Pierre. I don't know why my brain just did that. I need to do more drugs. You were the very first openly gay Asian man to star in a U.S. network sitcom.
Yes.
Which you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Which I love those girls, by the way. I went to the Elton John Foundation Oscar thing.
Yeah, the ANFAR party.
Yeah. And I met one of the girls. I was like, oh my God, you don't know, I've been a fan of yours.
Rachel True?
It was Rachel True.
Yeah, she goes to that party.
Yeah. You turned down a role on Will and Grace because you thought the show would flop.
No, that's not true. We just cleared that up earlier. Actually kind of bitter about it.
You once hosted the Drag Race Pit Crew casting call.
False.
False.
Who said that?
That's what they said online, girl.
That would be a good one.
I know.
Okay. No.
You and Bruno together?
Bruno and I are friends. I love Bruno.
I love Bruno.
Yeah. Bruno's actually
sweet.
Genuinely kind and
very
nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You did a one-man show about adoption called Baby Daddy.
I did. Yeah. That's my Showtime special. You can now watch it on YouTube.
Fierce.
Yeah.
One more. I'm gonna do. Okay. You've done stand-up at a gay rodeo.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I want to.
I can see you doing that.
Don't you want to go to the gay rodeo?
Is there a gay rodeo?
There's a gay rodeo. There's one in Texas and there's one in Nevada. And I want to see it.
But okay, here's my thing.
I want to see gay cowboys.
Fun. I do want to see gay cowboys, but the animal part of it, I feel sad. When I see like the little bulls.
Like horses and bulls and stuff?
Yeah, like the bulls like in the thing and you're riding them trying to get off of them.
Yeah.
That's a little mean.
I know. Well, if you were pinned up someplace and you had a little cowboy trying to ride your neck, you'd be like...
No, I would love it. I'm like, yes,
okay,
Daddy.
All right, fine. Just for 45 minutes and then we'll stop.
Okay,
for an hour and a half. And then I'm calling it quits.
And then we're done. We're done. Yeah. Okay, you did stand up for a group of nuns.
Did I? That sounds like it may have been true.
This one, we couldn't verify it, but people, there's no record, there's no thing of it.
A group of nuns?
But we just put it in there. We're like, maybe.
Catechism, yeah.
You've written jokes for Joan Rivers?
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. We used to pitch stuff for Fashion Police.
Fashion Police. Yeah. Jackie Beat also did that as well.
We all did that.
Yeah, she said one time, it was after the same night of, when Whitney passed away.
Yeah.
They were in the writing room writing stuff, and she was like, girl, the jokes we were saying in that room that we would never hear the light of day. Oh, yeah.
We wrote one that was like, I've never performed publicly. It was like, I've made more bad choices than Whitney Houston at a pre-Grammys party. I think I'll just take a bath for a second. We were at the Beverly Hilton, and I went up to the staff, and I was like, what have they done with the hotel room that she died? And they said they've stripped it completely. So it's new wallpaper, new furniture, new bathroom, new everything. So
wow.
That it was kind of like,
to exercise, whatever was in there.
Exercise, yeah.
Oh, so you can stay in the room now.
You can stay in the room.
Well, I wonder if people go and like request it. Like, can I have the Whitney Houston?
I'd like the Whitney Houston.
Literally.
Whitney Houston Memorial Bathroom.
Girl, people are wild. I'm sure they do.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I remember I was playing at the Beechman Theater the night that she died.
Oh, wow.
And I was coming out just at the end of the show and everybody was on their phones. I was like, God, you guys didn't even wait till I was done.
Honestly, when it happened, I feel like it was like an Amber Alert that came to my phone.
Yeah.
I feel like my phone like Whitney Houston passed away. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's awful.
I know. Well, Alec, on that note.
And then she drowned in the tub. Well, that's all our time we have for today.
No, you're an icon. You're a legend. Thank you.
You're an icon. You're a legend.
As a 35-year-old queer person, it really is because of the things like you and others before me have done that I'm able to even fucking be here.
I did it all for you, Monét. I did it all for you, Damien.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For real.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all, this has been Alec Mapa. Please, where can people, because are you
Follow me on
tour now?
Instagram, TikTok. I'm going to be playing Los Angeles December 11th at El Cid.
Oh,
My Christmas show, the Buttcracker Suite.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's where I got proposed to at El Cid. At El Cid, yeah.
Really? Ooh,
it was cute. It was
down
cute.
on one knee.
It went out on one knee, girl. So I'm gonna be up in the Buttcracker.
Have you set the date?
No,
Okay.
it's gonna be for a little bit.
All right.
We have a little while. He's just got to he's doing his MPH right now. Masters in Public Health.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait till after that.
Oh, so you married a smart guy.
Allegedly. Yo, this is Alec Mapa. Make sure you go see the Buttcrackers.
Buttcracker, December 11th at El Cid in Los Angeles.
We'll be there. I'm gonna be in the front row living it up, girl. And until next time, we'll see y'all back on the couch. Peace.
Monét Talks.